Hello, we are live. What time is it today? It's 7:22. I'm really sorry we're having difficulties in we don't hear each other, but I just need to know if you can hear us. Please comment and if you can hear us so we can start. Can you say something, Patty, if they can hear you?
Thank you, Melissa. I don't know anything you said because I can't hear you, but hopefully everybody else can.
Can they hear you? We're having an issue. So, okay, we are live.
Not sure if we're talking over each other.
I will hearing you, but it was echoing.
I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear us? We can hear. Okay, they can hear. Patty, we don't hear each other, but if you can hear us, we will. Thank you, Bonggai. So we can hear. And we can hear you clear. Okay. Thank you so much, Bonggai. Hello, Maureen. I'm sorry about this. This is kind of like technical issue with both of us, with Patty.
Okay, so
we don't hear each other, but the most important thing is you can hear us. I would love to introduce to you, Patty. Patty, it's your turn.
Okay, my turn. Okay, hi everybody. I have no idea what Melissa just said. I can only see her, but I am getting some info that you guys can hear us. So welcome. If anyone needs yoga right now, it's me because I'm very stressed. But I am Patty Lindstrom from Energy Corporate Yoga, and I'm on a mission to bring balance, calmness into your busy work day. So we are going to get right into some yoga. It was scheduled to be about 30 minutes, but I'm not sure with our late start. So, and then hopefully I had a team set up from my original spot in my yoga room, so hopefully you can see me. We are going to start on our mat. So I am going to step away and we're going to get onto our mats and do some yoga this morning. Okay, so let's just kind of settle in and de-stress. I want you to come into, hopefully you can see me completely, into an extended child's pose. So take your knees wide, your big toes touch, and I want you to slowly lower down onto your mat. Let your forehead find the mat, and let your fingertips reach out in front of you. So lifting the arms, letting them be active here, and opening up our hips. So I want you to draw the belly in, and then I just want you to begin to be present, to settling in, scanning your body. So in yoga, we do our best to connect to our breath. So I want you to take 3 cleansing breaths here. So take a big inhale through your nose, fill the belly, and then open the mouth and let it go. Inhale, open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Feeling the belly settling into the mat. One more time, big breath in, expand through the belly, the side body, the back body, and then on the exhale, let it all go. Melting further into the mat. And then if you wish, I'd like you to make an intention here. Not only for your practice, but for the rest of the day into your week. An intention is not a goal. It is a positive word or phrase that you wish to cultivate. So maybe it's peace, love, forgiveness, gratitude, and whatever that is, breathe it deep into your heart. And then I want you to take a quick scan of your body. See if there's any tension, any stress that you may be holding on to, any gripping in the jaw. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. Relax the hips. Relax the space between the brow and unclench your jaw. Take a couple more breaths here in your child's pose. And then on your next inhale, I want you to press into your hands, rise up, come into all fours. So your table position. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. Peek back, you can't see your toes, so I don't want your toes in. Your toes are in line with your heels. Eye gaze is down. Let's articulate our spine. Wake up the spine. It's early. Inhale. Drop the belly. Lift your gaze. And on your exhale, round your spine. Eye gaze to your belly. Press the mat away from you. Inhale. Lift your heart and tailbone. Eye gaze follows. And on your exhale, round. Press into the mat. Shoulder blades away from one another. I want you to take 2 more rounds, moving on your breath. Inhaling for your cow, arching your spine. Exhaling, angry cat, press the mat away from you. One more time. Inhale, lift your heart and tailbone. Exhale, round. Pressing the mat away from you. And then come to a neutral spine. So this is a flat back. Eye gaze is down. Draw your belly in. I want you to think about knitting your ribs together and extend that left leg back. Just waking up the back of the leg. I want you to rock back and forth on those toes, feeling your left glute engage. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining, I'm Patty Lindstrom from Energy Corporate Yoga. We've had some technical difficulties, but I think you can hear us. Left leg lifts, point the toes, reach the right arm out in front of you. Spinal balance here. Great for our core. Lengthen through the back. Right fingers in one direction, and then flex hard in this left foot. Your pinky toe towards the mat. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, crunch knee to elbow, round the spine, and lengthen. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen, and then drop your right hand. Just take that left leg over to your right. Keep the heel lifted, and then look over your right shoulder. Get a nice stretch here in the left side body. Good. Take one more breath here. Do your best to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. If not, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly lift that left leg back to center, drop the knee. Kind of just shake those hips side to side. Get moving before we have to sit most of our day. This time, take that right leg back. Toes are on the mat, heel lifts. Just rock back and forth on those toes, firing up that right glute. Taking spinal balance on the other side. Lift that right leg up. Point the toes first. Lengthen the left arm. Reach as though I'm pulling your wrist and your ankle, toes in opposite directions. Relax your shoulder. Try not to be here. And press out of that right hand. Good. Now flex hard in that right foot. Pinky toe in towards the mat. Eye gaze down. Take an inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. Knee and elbow connect if they can. And then lengthen one more time, strengthening our core, our powerhouse, knee to elbow. And then lengthen. Left hand finds the mat. And then that right foot just crosses over the left leg. The heel stays lifted. And look over that left shoulder if it's available. So feeling the stretch now on the right side body. One more breath. Slowly lift that leg back to center and drop that knee. Shake those hips side to side. Our hips are getting very tight from sitting long hours. So I just want you to take some circles in your table position. So go around in each direction about 3 times, waking up the hips. And then take yourself around in the opposite direction. And then find that flat back, that neutral spine. Walk your hands up just a little bit. So your hands are about shoulder distance apart. Curl the toes under. And then tailbone to the sky. I want you to find your downward facing dog. So this is your inverted V. Your hands are shoulder distance apart. Your feet are about 2 fist distance apart. And I want you to walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, waking up the back body. So your tailbone's towards the sky. I want you to roll the triceps towards your toes. And then press evenly throughout all 10 fingertips. That's going to help your wrists. And I want your head to just hang heavy. Look through your legs. And then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Press the heels towards the earth. They may never touch, that's okay. From your downward facing dog, inhale, roll over those toes into your high plank. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. If you had to adjust, if your dog was too close and you came forward and you had to step back, stay here in your plank and then find your downward facing dog. Pressing the heels towards the earth. 2 more times. I want you to roll over your toes. Your shoulders should be stacked right over your wrists. Your heels are over the toes. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Do that one more time because this is not my normal setup. I'm going to adjust so maybe you can see me a little bit better. Good, from your down dog, you're in your high plank. Hold it here. Press the earth away from you. Draw the belly and eye gazes down. Inhale, rock forward on your plank, and on your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, lift your heart into your cobra. Slide the shoulder blades down, eye gazes forward. And on your exhale, press into your hands, knees, tailbone to the sky, downward facing dog. So if you need to, you can take those hips side to side. Again, it's early, we're just waking up, some of you. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe shake it. No. Shake it. Yes. And on your next inhale, high off of those heels, on your tiptoes, I want you to walk to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you like. And when you arrive, I want you to hang heavy. So put a generous bend in your knees. Grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Letting everything go. So think about any stress, anxiety, worries, concerns rolling off of your back. So in yoga, we do our best to drop all expectations, all judgment, and just have complete acceptance. Acceptance of where your body is today on your mat. Not where it was yesterday or where it might be tomorrow. Fingertips to the mat. Inhale, breath, halfway lift, hands to your shins, look forward. On your exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, fold. Ground down in your feet. In your inhale, reach up, fingers to the sky. Take a mini back bend. And then bring your hands to your heart center. So from the top of the mat, I want you to inhale the arms overhead. Take your fingertips to the right, hips to your left. So take a half moon. Bringing it back to center. Let's lengthen the side bodies. Take an inhale. Half moon to your left. Fingertips left, hips to the right. Maybe look under that right arm. Nice. And then come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart center and down by your side. So mountain pose. Ground down into all four corners of your feet. Lift and spread your 10 toes. Arms are active here. You can close your eyes for a couple breaths here if that feels comfortable. If not, just peek down past the tip of the nose. So this looks like nothing, but mountain pose can be so powerful, pressing into those feet, grounding into the earth. And then crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Shoulders are stacked over those hips. Arms are active. Take one more breath here. Open your eyes if they're closed. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Gather up all that good energy, good vibes. Hands to your heart center. And on your exhale, fold it forward. Let it go. When you arrive, take a halfway lift. Hands to your shins. On your exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Step back into your high plank. So your high plank, I want you to not do this. Don't dump through your shoulders. Don't drop those hip pointers. You can always drop the knees for a modified side plank. Perfectly fine. Just meet your body where it is today. What showed up on your mat? Inhale, rock forward. On your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale for your cobra. Lift your heart. Shine your heart. On your exhale, pressing in to those knees, hands, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high as just about maybe hip height, or if you want to go a little higher, and point those toes, lengthen. Three-legged dog here. Let the head hang heavy. Lift a little higher if you can, and then bend the knee and stack your right hip on top of your left. So your knee is towards the sky, heels towards your glute. Roll your ankle around in each direction. Straighten that leg, square the hips, and drop that right foot down to meet the left. On your next inhale breath, lift the left leg high. Maybe it's just hip height. You want to keep those hip pointers square, or if you have a little bit more, you can lengthen that leg and take it a little higher, and then bend the knee and stack your left hip on top of the right. Roll the ankle around in each direction. Straighten the leg, square the hips. Drop your left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, high off of those heels. And on the exhale, look at your thumbs. Step one foot at a time to the top of the mat. When you arrive, inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. I want you to step your left foot back so you're in this low lunge. So sitting all day, at least for me, and I know many others, we're complaining of very tight hips, tight hamstrings. I want you to just rock back and forth just a little bit. If you have a little bit more, you can straighten that right leg. If those fingertips have a hard time finding the mat, you can grab your water bottle. You could grab blocks if you have them, bringing the earth closer to you to make any pose more accessible. One more time here. And then find stillness. Knee is stacked over the ankle. Drop the back knee, untuck your toes. On your inhale, lift the arms overhead. Find your kneeling crescent. So your knee doesn't move, it's right over that ankle. Your chest is lifted, and I want you to think about spreading the collarbones. Fingertips reach up, cranky shoulders. You can bring your arms to goalpost or keep your hands at your heart center. Anjali Mudra. We're getting into this left hip flexor. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Bring those hands down to heart center if they're not already there. A gentle twist. Take your left hand outside the right knee and your right hand on your right hip. I want you to Inhale, lengthen your spine, find space. On the exhale, just look over that right shoulder if it's available. If not, you can look at the right side wall. Take one more breath. Good, then slowly come back to center. Hands at your heart center. Inhale, frame this front foot. I want you to take both hands on the inside of your right foot and heel toe this foot to the side of the mat. This is a lizard pose. Again, now we're getting into the right inner thigh, that right hip flexor. I want you to stay nice and lifted and just take a couple breaths here. You can have this knee hugging into your shoulder, or if you want a little bit more opening, take your right hand and just gently place it on the inside of that right leg and look over your right shoulder. Good, take one more breath. In yoga, on our inhale, we're asking the body to find a little bit more space in a pose. And on the exhale, to get a little bit deeper. Drop that right hand down. Heel toe the right foot back in. Frame your foot, both hands. Curl the back toes under. Step your left foot to meet the right and hang heavy. Let it all go. And then heel toe those feet so that the heels are on the mat. The toes are off the mat. And slowly come down into your yogi squat. So you can come down as low as you can. Elbows find the inner thighs and then open up. So we don't want to look down. We're here all day. Okay, a lot of us had that tech neck. Okay, rounded shoulders from sitting and working all day at our computers, iPads, phones. I want you to spread your collarbones. Really get into these inner thighs and hip flexors. If you're up here, that's perfectly fine. Take one more breath here in your yogi squat. In through the nose. You can let it go out the mouth. Hands find the mat and then tailbone to the sky. Take this wider legged forward fold and let everything go. Maybe bending one knee at a time. Nice. And then slowly heel toe those feet back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms touch if they can. And then bring your hands down to your heart center and down by your sides. Nice mountain pose. From here, we're going to work our legs just a little bit before we take it to the other side. So chair pose, Utkatasana. I'm going to come back here so you can see me fully. So from your mountain pose on your inhale, ground down in those heels. Press the butt out, chair pose, fingertips towards the sky. Eye gaze lifts. So you're looking on a diagonal in front of you. Again, cranky shoulders, you can bring those hands to your heart center. Pressing into your heels, squeeze your inner thighs together. We're really waking up our quadriceps, those glutes a little bit more, and really making sure you're drawing the belly in so your core is nice and engaged. Take one more breath here, inhale. And on your exhale, fold. Let it go. From here, step that right foot back this time and find your low lunge. So again, just kind of taking it front and back. If you've got a little bit more, you can straighten this left leg a little bit, maybe taking your forehead to the knee. Just honor where your body is right here, right now. Connecting with our breath calms the nervous system. Let's go with that fight or flight mode. And then from here, drop the back knee, untuck your toes, and slowly rise up into your kneeling crescent. So your chest lifts. Now we're getting into that right hip flexor. The left knee stays over that left ankle. The knee does not pass the toes. And then relax your shoulder blades down the back. Think of melting the shoulder blades down the back, opening your heart, preparing for your day. Smile. Everything's better when we take a big smile, right? Smile at a stranger today. Maybe make that a goal. One more breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. And just take this twist on the other side. Right hand outside, left knee. Left hand at your left hip. And I want you to inhale. Find a little bit more space in those vertebrae. And on your exhale, turn. Look over your left shoulder or just at the left side wall. On your inhale, slowly come back to center. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Frame your foot. And then walk this foot out, heel toe it so that both hands are inside the left foot, finding our lizard lunge on this side. Remember, each side is different, so no judgment. Maybe this side is just a little tighter and you want to stay with that knee in, hugging that left shoulder. Or maybe this has a little bit more space than the other side and you want to open up, maybe even rolling on to the outside of that left foot. If your breath ever feels stuck, it's your body's way of saying, oh, you went a little too far. Pull me back a little bit. Listen. Listen to your body. And then heel toe the foot back in. Nice. Curl the back toes under. And from here, your hands are framing your left foot. Step your left foot back to meet the right and find your high plank. Again, drop the knees if you wish. Perfectly fine. One more flow here. Inhale, rock forward. On your exhale, lower all the way down, chest to the earth. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift for cobra. Or if you have an up dog, lift up through the legs. The only thing on the mat are my hands, the top of the feet. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here in your down dog. You take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And then inhale high on the toes, dropping the knees, sinking back, taking the knees wide. Once again, finding your child's pose. Hips sink back towards the heels. This time, those arms don't necessarily need to be active. You can bring your hands to your feet. Or if you want a nice shoulder opening, take the hands in prayer behind the head and take a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly come on up. Bring those knees together. Sitting in hero's pose, you can have your butt just sitting right on the heels, or if you want to find Sukhasana, an easy seat is a cross-legged seat, whatever it means for you. So I am going to stay here. Gives me a little bit of lift. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. And I want you to roll the shoulders back. Just taking the shoulders to the ears and then back and down around. If you want your eyes closed, come back to your intention if you made one. Before we begin our day, before we begin our Monday, the start of another week, we are blessed to be here. Find anything that you're grateful for, even if it was just that cup of coffee or the fact that I was able to do this, not hearing Melissa or anybody else, hoping you can still hear me one more time. And then shaking those arms out. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Again, gather all that good energy, those good vibes, bringing your hands down to your heart center. slightly tucking your chin, giving yourself gratitude for showing up. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for letting me guide your practice. Take a slight bow forward, sealing in your practice. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful Monday. Namaste. Thank you, everyone that joined me. Again, I'm Patty Lindstrom from Energy Corporate Yoga. I'll be raffling off a $100 gift card, so that is good for one free yoga class, either privately or if you have a team that you want to share yoga with, please, by all means, reach out. And thank you so much. Melissa, you could hear me? Hopefully. I love child's pose too, Trish. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Thanks for bearing with us. I'm so sorry. We're not sure what happened. I had 3 devices. None of them were working. So.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'm sorry if we are going.
Any questions? I will put my
Okay.
email
Thank you,
in the
everyone.
chat.
And it says,
oh, great.
We don't hear each other.
I'm so glad you could hear us, Bongai.
Okay,
Can't believe you got up for it. Thank you for joining us. You told me you weren't a morning person, so thank you. I so appreciate it. Namaste, everybody. Have a beautiful day.
Okay. Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
Melissa.